Like, share.
Okay, well, let's see. We're going to talk about substance. Okay, if you can see my beautiful candles here and the mouse moving around, that means Grandpa's alive. And okay, let's talk about Tesla here in the near term. Uh, in the near term here, 210. Well, first off, I want to say that my previous live stream, if you listen to it, and listen to some of my previous live streams, because you'll find out that when I give substance, it goes there. And I'm talking far away from the price point. It might take a month or so, but it goes there. And it's good to know where it will go. Um, in my previous live stream, I mentioned 215 had been blinking times 800 shares per share blink, 30 times a minute, and it went down through there into the mid 214 area and reversed and went back up. And what happened there is the market makers got more long positions. They are building long positions. Do not fool yourself. They've been building long positions for well over a month, and they're continuing to do it until they go through 269. Anything below 269, they're adding to their long positions. Every single share they can get their little paws on, they are acquiring extra. They're short. They short as little as possible down below 269, and they're buying as much as they can get away with, and they're long. The market makers are long. Okay, so near term, uh, tomorrow or maybe even today, who knows? 210 is they're making it a minor place of substance currently. 210 is actually a minor place of substance. You're going to see it again. Could be tomorrow or the next day, who knows? 208 also, as they've been building there. 200 is the 199 and 200 area is a place of substance where I believe they're going to go. Uh, they will go there. I don't know if it's going to be a week or a month before they go there, but they're going to return to 200 because they have committed to too many shares down there now. They're a minor place of substance, and by the time they get there, there'll be probably a place of substance. And so on the shorting side, the other day they were up at 247.50 times 81. 247.50 times 81. That's 8,100 shares per blink. And I had been out and didn't get a handle on exactly how long they had been doing it. And they did it after hours, and they did it during the regular market, but I was out and I missed exactly how long they had done it. But I believe that they have a place of minor substance at the 247.50 range, below 269 now. Just a minor place of substance. They can go up there and take that out and run straight back down to 200. It's almost what I'm thinking they might do here in the next week or whatever. But I don't. That's my opinion. I don't know that. They could walk through that 247 area like it's nothing on the way to 269. When they get enough shares longs built up, when they have enough shares built up, they will go and they will take their profits. They've activated them down here. They're sitting on them, and they're not going to give them away. They're going to make profit. They're not going to make a profit of that they want to make until after it gets past 269 area. I expect them to sell those shares that they're acquiring now all the way into the 300s, and but that's my speculation. Now they did some selling up in the 310, 20 area for over the past few weeks, pre-market and aftermarket, and they're building up there a little bit at a time, a few $100,000 worth here and there, but not enough to say that they're absolutely going there very quickly. I'm thinking late November, December before they hit that part. 210 is blinking times 3 again. That's 300 shares per blink. It's blinking fairly steady. And that's, if you're on a small time frame, well, here I'll show you the 2 minute. We're getting red candles. On the 2 minute chart, and I will go through my candles here with you. Before I leave, I'll go through each chart. So yeah, 210. They're dragging this bus down again. For basically, you can see here we're really moving sideways. They start the 210 up for a while, they pull it down. They're goofing around at 212 some to help pull it down. But on the other hand, they're shorting up in the 225 range. And short term, the 225 to 229.60 area, 225 to 229.60 area, all through that area, 228, 226, they're accumulating shorts there, and they would do that in order to, when it hits it, bounce it down, and so they can accumulate more longs, if that makes any sense to you. So it's the market makers are tremendous. You have to respect them. They provide the liquidity for the markets so that they function properly for us. They have multiple exchanges that allow them to buy and sell far away from the actual price point that we're able to do it at. And the stuff that's up close within $2.70 either side of the price point, I've found to be pretty much a wash, that they're doing the liquidity with. And it's the further out stuff that Grandpa's watching, sometimes $70 or $100 from the price point in either direction, that really gives us a direction on where they're going. And if you keep track of where they've gone and haven't been, that's huge. It's since 9/11/23. They've stayed underneath 280, and they are short up there massively. They've been short. They shorted above at 269 and above from 921 on down. They have not returned there. So we got a solid month since they've been up there. Another 30 days, I would expect very likely to see 269. Do I know for sure? Nope, I do not. But I expected them to do a bunch more buying down below 200. But other than down around the 197 area, very little. Let me look at my previous day. They did a little bit at 195, a little bit at 196, a little bit at 193 even. But very little. Will they eat that, or are they going to go down and take out 193? That is what I don't know. I do not know how diligent they are at going and getting stuff. But I do know that the 197.25 to 200 area is a place of minor substance. They did 197.25 times 700 shares of Blink pre-market the other day. But they didn't do it for long, so there isn't really much there. But it's a good indication that they probably will go take it out, just like they took out the 205 and they took out the 203. But they took out the 205. I talked about that number and 209.80 for months. While it was up at 279, I was talking about them having a place of possible place of substance at 209.80, and that there was a strong place of substance at 225, and that we would see it. And by George, we've not only seen 225, they did the 209.80 and the 205. Grandpa talking about the place of substance is important. Pay attention to it. Watch some of my previous live streams so you get a handle on what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to go through candles here a little bit. Here you got the 2 minute. We're running straight sideways. That's a buy signal in the 2 minute chart, by the way, because it's a dirty buy signal. We're moving sideways in that chart. 5 minute chart. We literally have a sell signal in the 5 minute chart. Even Hull says it's a 5 minute. Now, the reason is you got this bigger candle here. The next candle, the body of it's engulfed into the previous one. So is the next one. And so is the body of this one. And that one. And that one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. The more candles that are engulfed into the previous big one, the stronger the signal. And so this 5 minute one right here that we're looking at is actually a pretty strong sell signal. It would tell me that, and it's usually good for $5 to $7. I would say that we might see 210 before it's over today or early tomorrow, if nothing else. So let's look at the 15 minute. 15 minute is a sell signal currently. I got to look at the time on that red candle. Oh man, I can't say it. It's okay. So you got the big green candle. Then the next two are engulfed, and this red one is engulfed also. Here's our problem with this setup in the 15 minute. This candle in the 15 minute is only 3 minutes old. That candle is only 3 minutes old. And until it is 10 minutes old, you are not going to know with a great degree of certainty that it's going to be red. If this candle is red, we could be looking at a $10 drop out of the 15 minute, $7 to $10 possibly. Or we could be looking at a bear flag and right back up. You just almost got to monitor it continually. 30 minute. The 30 minute give us a bear flag, and it's started resuming its upward trend, heading towards the 225, 229 area. In Grandpa's humble opinion. That's short term, what I'm talking about. The market makers play a long game. We're moving sideways in the hourly chart. I do not have a clean sell signal. I don't even have a clean buy signal currently in this chart. The red, if this candle was green and then a red one, then we'd have a clean sell signal. It's technically probably a sell signal, but it's a dirty sell signal. Let's look at the 4 hour here. 4 hour, we reversed. We've got a clean buy signal. Oh, I'm starting to like the 4-hour candle. Boy, my pretty Japanese candles. So you have the big candle here. The body of this candle fits inside it. The body of the next one fits inside it. And we're off to the races going up. And that's exactly what they're doing. 202.51 is down here somewhere. They're on their way up. We went up to 202, 220, 205, I think, today for a high. Let's look at the daily quick. Daily, we're absolutely still on a sell signal in the daily. It's a dirty sell signal. It's not as clean as Grandpa would like it, but it's absolutely a sell signal. And today's candle is, we may be reversing here shortly and doing a bull flag or who knows what. But currently it's a sell signal. In the weekly, we have a sell signal, and it's this candle here. That one's engulfed into it, the body of it. So is this red one. So is the next one. So is the next one. But we're in the middle of the trend here with that. And from up here's the top of the trend. Here's the bottom of the trend down at 100. But this could be a bear flag. And this thing can move up to $100 in a candle. This candle over here at 214.50, a candle is $103 from top to bottom in one day. So, this thing can retrace 30, 40 bucks inside a candle like nothing. So it's a tough game to play that weekly, And okay, so I hope this was helpful. I'll plan on coming back later today if possible, Lord willing, and I'll say, you know what, God bless you, and all good things